So hi guys, welcome back to the Copper Files if you're a returning listener, and if this is your first time, you're welcome. My name is Fikemi Adrian and I'm the host of the Copper Files, and today I have a beautiful guest, handsome guest with me. So will you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Jesu Tofumi and thanks for having me.
This is going to be fun, because clearly he's a fun person.
Yeah, I get that often.
So what do you do, Jesu
Tofumi? I'm a network security and infrastructure engineer. Currently, I work with a fintech. Basically, I secure the network and I secure the infrastructure. I'm also a full-blown network engineer, Cisco certified and all that, That's what I do.
Okay, money.
I guess so. Tech bro,
Tech bro, okay.
Now we the rain.
So we're going to get to that. So first of all, where did you serve? Like, where did you do your orientation?
I served in Delta State.
And that was like how many years ago? 50.
No, it was just 10 years ago.
A whole decade.
Yeah, it was 2012, and it was an exciting time for me. Yeah.
Really? Is that where you did your PPA as well?
Yeah, in a village. It's called Cocoa Community on Saple Road. Yeah, it's close to Benin. It's a nice place.
Was it by choice or?
The entire village smells like fish, but I'm serious. The funny thing is they don't have so many fish there. Like
it just smells like fish.
Yeah, it just smells like fish. I can count how many times I saw fishes. For real, yeah. But once you enter the community, everywhere smells like fish. Wow. You know the way fish smells?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where did you school and what did you study?
I went to Caleb University, Lagos, in Malta, Lagos. I studied computer science. And what I did throughout school, almost throughout school, was mathematics. So if you hate mathematics, please don't do computer science.
Public service announcements.
That's my grade.
Okay, so let's get into now your orientation.
Okay.
Where did you live before you went for service?
Okay, so I grew up in 3 cities, Ibadan, Lagos, and Abuja, but I was in Ibadan when I went to serve. So from school, which was in Lagos, I went to Ibadan, and then from there, I went to the camp.
So when you got your call-up letter, how was your reaction like? When you saw Delta State?
I was indifferent.
Really?
Because I was looking forward to serving. Because for some odd reason, I really liked that khaki since I was a child. I don't know why. I'm serious.
I think this is the first time I'm hearing that.
I'm serious. I always wanted to wear it. Like, I wanted to wear it. And the jungle boots.
Such a patriotic citizen.
No try. Don't test me, boss.
Really?
Yeah.
You actually always wanted to wear it?
Yeah. I don't know. I just liked it. Till now, I don't know why I like it. Like, why I liked it, rather. Because I don't like it anymore. Because that thing almost destroyed my toes. The jungle boots. Like, mine was... It had something inside that kept like pricking my toes and everything. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I served in Delta. I went to camp. Before I went to camp, you know the normal thing. You go to the market.
Yeah.
You buy white shirts. You buy shorts. You buy I had this big.
You must sound so excited.
Yeah, I was excited. Carried buckets, towels. Bought like cereals and everything, different things, cornflakes, Cocoa Pops, because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what the food would look like there. And I wasn't sure if, my stomach gets upset easily. So I wasn't sure if I'll be able to eat the food.
It's like every guest we have has a sensitive stomach.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
So I wasn't quite sure. So I bought like lots of cereal, and I packed everything, went to camp, And when they were like, oh, put your bag on your head, at the gates. When you get to the gates, kind of like harass you a bit, make you feel the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, put your bag on your head, put your bag on your head. They say, march fast. So I had my bag on my head and my buckets like in my hand, because I carried my buckets. I was just there running. I was feeling the energy. I was really excited about everything, That night we had to go get our khaki, shirts and everything.
Did you get your size?
No. Trouser was big. You know how skinny I am. So the trouser was like
huge.
Very big. Yeah. And then I took it to Mami, like I think a day after for them
Mm-hmm.
to fix, and then when they fixed it, it was too tight again. So, so it just looked funny. I don't know. But I managed it. It was, yeah.
So like when you got your color place and everything, you found out you were going to Delta State.
Yeah.
How was the journey like from Ibadan to Delta State? You went by road, right?
Yeah. It was actually smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It was very
Do you
smooth.
remember like how long it took?
Nah, I can't remember. Like, give or take, like 4 hours. Yeah, maybe like
Oh, wow.
3-4 hours. Yeah, I remember it was like 3 hours to Benin,
Mm-hmm.
and then from Benin to Isiluku. That's where the camp is. I think it's still there. So that's where the camp is. I don't know how long it took, but I remember from like it was like 3 hours to Benin. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's interesting. So when you got to camp and you saw everything, apart from like carrying your bag and marching
Yeah.
and so excited, did you have any friends with you there, or like
No.
you didn't know anybody?
Yeah,
No friends from
I was
school?
unlucky that I didn't see anyone from my school. Like,
Really?
yeah, we're not many in my school now. When
Okay.
I think my entire set back then in school, like, we're not up to 1,000. Yeah. So everybody knew everybody. Do you get?
Oh wow.
Like everybody was popular.
Was it just for your department or like generally in school?
Yeah, all of us now. It was Caleb University was like 1 year old when I joined.
Okay.
Yeah, Caleb started 2007. I joined 2008.
Oh wow.
You get?
They even
So-
had quite a number of students for a year.
Yeah. So like when there was nobody in Delta State. It was just me. So I had to make new friends,
Mhm.
you know, and
How was the process like?
actually didn't have to like go to people, you know.
I think your personality attracts.
Yeah, people kind of like boss, you know these things. So
I think your personality attracts people.
so people kind of like came around.
Mhm.
That was how I made friends. I didn't have to like go out on my way to make friends, you know. And I tried to like look nice on camp, you know. I got this.
What was the
I got
effort?
this Nike Air Force, you know. So I didn't wear all that tennis, you know.
Were they white?
They're white now. I washed my shoes every day. Like after at the end of the day,
Mhm.
you know, I'll take my boat, my Nike shoes, and clean them with handkerchief and
Mhm.
detergent. Just make sure they are sparkling. You know. Finesse them, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. So I really wore the tennis.
So when you got into accommodation now, meeting people
Ah.
and the friends,
The accommodation is another topic entirely.
That's what we're
it
getting
was
to.
horrible.
Really?
Bro. Six.
How
rather.
bad? You said that.
It was horrible. So
Out of 10, what will you rate it?
let's say 3
Okay,
or
that's
3.5.
bad.
So
Mhm.
we had like it was I can't say it's a hostel particularly, it was like a hall. Do you
With
get?
bunks.
Yeah, and then there were like many bunks, you know, with rusts all over them. You know, it was like rust all
Yeah.
over them, you know. And then the beds
Mhm.
were not the best. And then the windows, the nets were broken. So my side of the bunk, because I went to camp a bit late, you know, people had to take
Already
like, the
picked
best
it,
bunks,
yeah.
you know. So I had to stay at a bunk that was very close to a window, and
Mhm.
next to the window was bush.
Ah.
Yeah, and the window was broken. Do you get the nets were just
Mhm.
yeah.
Insects.
So if every time I wake up like this and I turn left, like I was literally seeing
Bush.
bushes around here, everything, and
Weren't you scared?
people used to do number 2 in that bush.
So the smell.
Don't let us go there.
Wow.
Let's talk about nice things, really. So it was like that, and I had to thank God I got mosquito nets, you know. So
Oh,
I
that's
just
good.
I just put my mosquito net, you know, put my sheets on the foam, and I think I stopped thinking about it. I
Just
wasn't.
trying to take your mind.
Yeah, I
off
just
it.
took my mind off. I wasn't thinking about, you know, a snake creeping up on me or a rat coming out from the bush to jump on me on the bed. Or
Wait,
something.
when you said the net was broken, like there was no net.
There was net. It was just broken. Like there was large space there,
Yeah.
as if a creature went through it. I'm serious. Yeah,
Wow.
but I think I was. One of the things that helped me was I was hyped. Like I was.
You actually, I want to actually do this NYSC. But why were you so hyped though?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Or you're just so patriotic since day one?
I am patriotic.
Yeah.
But I was also like enthusiastic about serving my country. You know, I wanted to give something back. You know, and
really?
Later I was opportune to give something back. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, because my PPA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's get to you making friends now.
Okay.
You said it was pretty easy for you and everything. How were you able to like keep up with the friendships with all the activities you had to do?
Yes.
Like what were the things you guys did together?
I didn't do anything on camp. Like I didn't join all that Red Cross business. Man, no, I was too fresh for that. So
did you do Mr. Matthew?
I don't. Come on.
Sorry.
Come on, skinny hands. Now. Come on.
Sorry.
All right. so I didn't do all that. I really didn't do anything. You know, even I didn't even like marching. You get so I was just most
You're
times.
a soft guy on camp.
You know now. So I was just there. You know, just chilled. You know, the only thing I could have done was to play football, and I didn't come with my soccer boots.
Oh,
so
okay.
that was like, so I just let it go, and you know, just there. And I had friends from other schools, mostly federal universities.
Okay.
You know, and I got to learn a lot from them. You know, they were very. One of the things I learned on camp was I learned to queue. It may sound funny, but
Patience.
all through my life, I had never had to queue for anything until camp. You know,
wow.
yeah, you know, private schools.
Yeah.
When you want to, whatever you want to do, you just go there
and you
do
get it.
But you could tell that people from federal and state universities were used to it. Like nobody told them what to do. So when they want to go and get food or get whatever it is, they just go there and line up on a straight line. You know, they just do it
without arguments.
Nothing.
Just civil.
They just yeah. So I learned to queue. I learned to be patient. You know, I stayed under the sun for God knows how long. you know, private schools will spoil you.
Yeah. Actually, that's true.
So I had to stay under the sun for God knows how long. But I had like interesting friends around. You know, cool people. They wanted to know about me, you know, I wanted to know about them, and
I think you were just open.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about camp. In my camp, like nobody was funny.
Everybody
was chilled, and I loved that about camp. You know, like people wanted to make friends. People wanted to like open up. You know, they wanted to have fun. You know, that's one of the things I enjoyed about camp. Nobody was like,
so you all had like similar mindsets.
Yeah, everybody was chill.
I don't think that happens now. Everybody's trying to form themselves boys, some girls.
I'm serious, though. Yeah, like you see people come to you like girl, boy, like people approach you. Now I think camp was the first place that a girl would ask for my number. You know, we just had a very brief chat and everything. You know. And she was in a platoon.
Yeah.
She was like sought after, like boys were like all over her. So she was very attractive apparently, and I didn't want to look.
No, apparently.
Yes.
You didn't want to look like you're one of the guys.
Yeah, I didn't want to look thirsty.
Yeah.
You get, so I wanted to ask for a number, but I'm like,
I don't want to be thirsty.
and then she says, "Can I have your number?" I'm like,
I won.
I feel good, you know. I feel like I won, you know. Yeah. So
and that's
how chilled people were. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm going to.
Yeah.
Like, people were like very cool, you know, and people, you know, there's a lot of kisses around. I don't know why, but people were always kissing.
I was going to ask, like, did you meet anybody romantically at camp, or did anything?
No, the bond didn't get to.
It was more of like a friendship.
Yeah, we're cool. Like I met someone that I liked. You get, so like very cool, but it didn't get to that point where we had to like get romantic, you know.
If she sees this now, would she think the same thing?
If
she sees this now, like if she sees this clip.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't sure. Do you get? I wasn't sure about that. I didn't want to like lay down, and then after 3 weeks, I'm like, just let her go.
So you're part of the 2% of the 2%.
I'm part of a few people that didn't really like
come
get
to
into
play.
that. Yeah, but that I wanted something like sensible, something
Mhm.
serious. If we are doing it, let's do it right. That kind of thing. Like, don't let us just have
Yeah,
fun for
right.
3 weeks and then everybody go about their life after. That was into.
So like the friends you made in camp, right? Do you still talk to any of them now?
No,
Really?
no, only the people I met at my PPA.
Okay, that's about
Yeah,
NYSC.
yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Okay, so you didn't participate in all the activities. So what were you doing most of the time?
I was faffing, and when I wasn't faffing,
What's that?
I was just nothing, just
Just
faffing around, just walking around,
like,
waltzing.
you're
And
just
then-
walking up and down.
Yeah, and then I used to watch people marching. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, the sync. You know how people sync when they march.
Do you know
Yeah,
there's
you used
some
to- you used
there are
to-
actually people that don't know how to march?
Yeah, some
Like-
people don't have coordination. You don't know how to.
While I was like recording with a guest, we were talking about how people actually didn't know how, like the normal march pass in school. People don't know how to do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I was shocked.
Yeah, I have a friend who struggles with what do I call it? Intervals and momentum. So if you tell him to do this, like,
He can't
do you see
that.
the consistency? He can't do it. So he would either do it before or
Or
after.
after.
Yeah, he struggles with. So how do you want that kind of person to march?
Like it's just shocking because it doesn't seem like something someone would struggle with, but it's real.
But he has like a lot of strength in other places.
Yeah, so he makes up for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into PPA because I want to talk about PPA a lot.
Yeah.
But before we get into PPA, what would you say was like your favorite moment in camp and like your worst moment in camp?
My favorite moment. I think my favorite moment was with my friends.
Time spent together.
Yeah, the time we spent together because we were there just talking about different things, talking about the girls in our platoon, which one looks good, which one does not, which one looks funny, which one looks tacky.
Please.
I'm serious. So apart from that, I'm not sure there was any other favorite moment. The most horrible moment was all that lecture because all that
Side lectures.
orientation. Yeah. So there was this. I joined this computer stuff. I don't know. He had a name that was related to computer. Like a group. You could join like different groups.
Yeah.
Some people joined engineering where they learned how to like repair generators and all that. So I joined this computer, whatever. And I had expected at this point when I graduated school, I was already programming. I was doing Java, I was coding Java and all that. So I'd expected that, these people are going to like, help us, teach us a lot, take us to the next level, So I went there and with like many,
And lots of you guys.
Yeah, because a lot of people were interested, but we all left disappointed. Every single one of us.
Wow, you didn't learn anything.
Because this guy came to that lecture or whatever I want to call it, and the guy just brought out different things. He was like, a computer is made up of a monitor, a keyboard, a mouse. I'm not joking.
Wow.
He was saying that to graduates. I'm not kidding. And then he just, I don't know where he saw this keyboard. Normal desktop keyboard.
Yeah.
He just lifted it up. This is a keyboard. And then brought out a mouse. This is a mouse. A lot of us was like,
This is not what you were expecting.
is this why we are here? So that's what that guy kept doing. Like he kept talking about the elementary things that we already know since like primary school.
Yeah.
Till that thing was done. So, and we had to sit there because the army officers, they were going to bother you if you leave, or if they see you, like if they see you just
Fluffy.
walking around,
I've been fluffing.
faffing,
Fluffing.
like they were going to like make noise and pretend like they're gonna flog you, but they never did though.
Did you get in trouble with any?
No, I don't make trouble.
So no.
I don't like embarrassment.
So yeah, but if they had like better instructors, do you think side is actually very important? The side lecture.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
I know my stuff now. Do you think like if they had like better instructors, like now,
Yeah.
imagine if you're trying to learn about makeup and you bring like Anita Brows, or if you're trying to learn about production or something, you bring the band.
I feel like
stuff,
that,
and stuff.
all that orientation, or whatever it's called, is a way to pick people's interest.
Yeah.
To get a way to get people interested in stuff. So if they had better facilitators, then maybe you would have done a lot for people like me,
like had more
and
impact.
other people. So for like if you like introduce people to programming, and you teach them how to print Hello World, just a random example, it will like people will be enthusiastic to know more.
Yeah.
You get like I want to know more, and then when they get to their PPA, they can now start to develop themselves, get materials, and then get themselves prepared for the real world.
Yeah.
You get, but it's a place where I think the program is targeted at core members, or is prepared for core members, so they can like learn the elementary part of what they are going to do in real life. To get just
like a good foundation.
Thank you. So I think that's the idea behind it, but it's not doing that at all.
It needs reformation.
It does.
I'll just get into that. So let's go into PPA talk. So you said that for your PPA, right, you were able to do something to give back to the community and everything. But how? Okay, so why did you redeploy, by the way?
So I'm a religious person, I must say that. So I believed that anywhere I was or anywhere I'm posted to is where God wants me to be. You get, I'm one of those people. So if I had been deployed to Gombe, except there was like obvious danger, I would have stayed there. That's the way I think. Except there was like very obvious danger, I would have stayed there and served. When I entered Cocoa Community first, it was a very sad day for me. I had thought I would be deployed. So my letter had Warri North, Warri North local government.
Yeah.
So I had thought it was the real Warri area. You get?
Yeah.
Until I entered the community, I was smelling fish. And I'm like, nah. And then there was like mud houses.
Mud houses.
Yeah, funny looking roof that were not like zinc. They were not like aluminium roof and everything. No, they were not thatched, but like almost thatched roof. And then they were like shacks. They were not like proper houses. So that was like at the entrance of the community. So I knew it wasn't the area. It wasn't the area. It was the village. So I was sad. I must confess. For like 5 hours, 6 hours, I was very unhappy about it. I'm like, nah, God.
Where were you going to work? Was it a school or?
Yeah. So there was this guy that did a project. It was one of the core members did a project. It's something they call it NYSC, where you do a project, you get recognized, you get funding and all that. And the project was like a computer school.
Okay.
So he had a computer school. He created, there was like lots of computers, and then he wanted to introduce the community to computers, introduce the kids, secondary school students, primary school kids. He wanted to put people, wanted to like teach people how to use computer. That was his aim, and it was a set before me.
Okay.
So I was deployed to that school to teach computer.
Oh.
Yeah. So
okay. So how did that go?
Went well. Like,
especially for like accommodation, because you said you got there were mud houses. So where did you even stay?
Okay, so I first stayed at the Corper's Lodge.
Oh, there's a Corper's Lodge.
Yeah, there's a Corper's Lodge. Nice Corper's Lodge.
Is it from like the states that built it, or?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. It was called Corper's Lodge.
Oh, okay.
Very big.
Is it free?
Yeah. Very big compound. Very big compound. Lots of rooms. Lots and lots of rooms. But
very conducive as well, like.
Yeah, it's
maybe
supposed to be conducive.
Like,
it's supposed to be, but it was overpopulated.
Okay.
Tickets were like 6 in a room or so, and the rooms were like very small, smaller than this place.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like 6, so, and there were like just 2 phones, and then we had like people I will call senior coppers or senior core members.
The eggons.
The eggons, like you apparently can share bed with, and those beds were like picnic beds. You know, like the 4x6 beds or 6x4 beds,
Yeah.
like picnic beds, so they're like very slim,
Mhm.
and because like 1 million people have slept on it, the
It's
foam
pressed.
wasn't foaming again. So I was put in a room where there was an egg bomb. So the egg bomb wasn't going to share his bed. Apparently, it was the only one in the bed, and then the rest of us, the remaining 5, had to share one picnic bed. So what we did was to put our upper body on the bed and then the lower body on the floor.
Like coming from a private school and like
To that, yeah.
you're really patriotic. I must serve my country.
I served my
I think
country.
there's like one of it left in Nigeria. Wow.
Yeah. It wasn't.
That's an experience.
The
really.
sleeping experience wasn't so good. But the people I was in room with were from NCCF. I don't know if you know NCCF. I think it's
Nigerian Christian
Corpers
Fellowship.
Yeah,
okay.
they were from NCCF, and those people had mad love. Like, I don't know how they do it, but they would like do anything for you. Do you get, like, when you come in afresh, they will cook for you, they were, so NCCF are supposed to have like a house for themselves,
Yeah.
but they didn't in Coco community as at that time. I think they do now, but so I was in room with NCCF members. All the people in the room, like 2 or 3 people I met there were NCCF members. So I had to. They had love, like they showed us so much love. They are there trying to get you water to have your bath. I think I can't remember if I had a running tap, but they got us buckets. Have you had your bath? Come and put your.
Were they coppers as well?
Yeah, they were like, there was like that time there was batch A, B, and C.
Oh, so they had been there before.
I was like batch C. They were like batch A.
Yeah.
So they had been there like maybe 4-6 months before my own set arrived. So they were very nice people, extremely nice.
Oh wow.
I experienced love from those people that don't know you, they just want you to be comfortable, and they were there telling some of us that were very sad, don't be sad now. This community is a nice place. One of the good things they did, do you know what they did? So NCCF Coco community arranged a bus to come to Loco to pick people up, to get people that were going to Coco community. So they arranged the bus, those IA's buses, 18-seater bus. And they were there all over camp shouting, Loco, there is bus for you. Coco community, there is bus for you.
Like from camp?
From camp, yeah.
To where you're posted?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, I'm serious, to the community. They did so well, we have to give that to them. They were just, and they did it for free. So it's like, there is bus for you. So they were there shouting around camp. Where we're getting the letters, they were also shouting, there is bus for you. So all of us that were going there, we got on the bus, and when we entered the community, of course, I was sad, and a host of other people, we were all sad about it, because we were smelling fish. And
what's your issue with fish?
Fish smell is not entirely pleasant.
Yeah.
So when we got in, when we approached the Corpers Lodge, there was this guy I was looking at. The Corpers Lodge has a big gate.
Yeah.
So there was this guy I was looking at. We could see the guy from inside the bus. He opens the gate, opens the gates wide, and then we saw lots of core members. All the people like that had been there. The batch A and B, I was batch C. All of them just started screaming. I'm serious, saying clapping, pop, welcome.
That was a decade ago, because now I don't think that
they were
happened.
shouting.
Wow.
Welcome. They started hugging us. I'm serious.
Were you shocked?
I was.
Because
I don't know why they were excited.
Like, what's their intention?
And when we arrived, there was no light. So I wasn't even sure if there was like electricity in the community.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that bothered me. So I was just there looking at them.
Okay, especially because you're already smelling fish and you're not happy.
Like, why are you excited? And then they hugged us. those ones that were sad, they were telling them, bring your box, bring your bag. They were helping us carry everything. Welcome to Coco. You have an exciting time. You have an interesting time. We're happy to have you. I'm serious. So
Wow.
fellow core members. And then they received us with so much joy. And then they took us to like there was like a common room, the Corper's Lodge. They took us there. There were chairs arranged already. Plenty white chairs. So they told all of us to sit down. We sat down. Next thing, Jollof started coming in.
Wait, so they fed you guys all through?
They fed us. No, that day.
Okay, just that day.
They just brought in the jollof, brought in the Coca-Cola, and give you jollof, take Coke, take jollof, take Coke. I'm serious. So
Did you mochi? You forgot the fish at that point?
No, I didn't though. But like they kind of like lightened up a bit. You know, I was sad though, but it kind of like, you know, when you see people, young people like you, and they are telling you it's going to be all right, you know, it kind of like helps.
It relieves you a bit.
Yeah, but at the back of my mind, I'm still feeling like, do they have light in this community?
Like,
or they run gem?
Yeah.
Do you get? I was just there thinking,
like
do they have
basic
light? So they were
necessities
there,
and
you know, and there was this guy, very old guy, I'm sure he was over 30, I don't know what he was saying. He just comes around and he says, good afternoon everybody, we're happy to receive you. This is Coco community. We have love in this lodge and you're going to have a good time, I promise you. We are going to share you into rooms now. If you need anything, if you want anything, just come to us. And this guy gives like a very nice speech, and while he was giving his speech, one of the core members was crying. This girl was just crying.
Was it tears of joy or?
Which joy? Tears of fish. Tears of fish smell. She was crying. She was just crying. And
like, I want to go home.
She was like, I cannot stay here. I cannot stay here. I cannot stay here. You know, at that point, I thought she was overreacting. Because I'm like,
are we not all here?
yeah, maybe. Because I'm like, I went to a private school. Do you get? I've never had to live this type of life.
Yeah.
Do you get? So I'm like, okay. Except you schooled abroad, even if you schooled abroad, why could you cry? You're not rich now.
It's not that
So almost she was crying, she was going to try to console her. You know, the ladies came around her, oh sorry now. You know, they tried to hug her almost. She wasn't consoled. That night was the last time I saw her.
Wow.
I don't know where she went to, I don't know where she slept.
She just couldn't.
She just disappeared.
Wow.
Yeah. So
So after like settling in now, okay, you've met your community and the fish community and everything. How was working like?
It was very interesting. So I had because I studied computer science.
Yeah.
I had been exposed to computers since I was like 9. At this point, I was like 20 or so.
Wow.
20, 21, give or take. So I'd been exposed to computer for like years and everything. So I started developing my own curriculum, you know.
Oh, to teach.
Because we were the first set of people to be deployed to the computer school I talked about the other time. So we were not given anything, no syllabus, no topics, nothing. I studied computer science also, so it was easy for me to like come up with topics. So I started with like the simplest of things, you know, introduction to computer devices, what is a computer, and all that. So we started with that, you know, developed the curriculum. So we had like a head teacher.
Yeah.
One of us was like the head teacher in the school. The school is not like a big school.
It's just like
a big office space, a large office space with lots of computers, you know. So we submitted our curriculum to the head teacher, and he went through it, you know, added, removed, you know, and we fleshed it up into proper teaching, you know. Like
so that means you were actually genuinely interested in
I
helping.
was. I told you I wanted to give.
Yeah,
I wanted to
you
give back to Nigeria, even though Nigeria had not given me anything. So I
saw that shit coming.
So I just wanted to give, and I was able to give.
How was teaching like?
Teaching, I've always loved teaching. I love teaching, so it was easy for me to teach. So the children were very interested.
Okay.
And anyone who's interested will learn. Do you get?
That's true.
Yeah. So the first time we opened, the school was full. Like it was overpopulated. Too many people.
And it was free?
Kids. It was free.
Wow.
It was free. It was like a CSR. Do you get?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it was free. There were like lots of people, teenagers, kids from like age 8 upwards.
CSR is like community service. What's the R? Help me now.
Me that said CSR, you think I know the full meaning?
No, but CSR is like
forgotten
what
actually.
you do to like help the community and stuff. For those that don't know.
So was a CSR, and so we were like, we tried to control the crowd, but what we did the first day, we didn't turn on any of the computers because there was like too many people.
Yeah.
They were going to. So we grouped them. We took down their names and grouped them into days.
Oh,
So there was
okay.
like a set that will come on Monday, another set on Tuesday, another set on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's what we did, and that's how we were able to manage them. So we taught them computer, before in about 3 months.
Yeah.
They were already, like versatile with Microsoft Word, Excel. They were already designing with Corel Draw and all that, because they were interested, and they were like
So they were able to
excited
learn
to
fast.
learn. Yeah, they were able to learn fast. And when you can see your result, you can see your effort in bringing back results, like kind of like spurs you to do more. Yeah.
Wow.
So
you became teacher too for me.
Yeah.
So after that experience, you did that for an entire. Is that all you did?
So that was what I did throughout my service year, and for some reason I can't remember. Towards the end of my service year, the school was closed down. I think Nigeria happened to the school because no one wanted to. The landlord was saying that they had not renewed the rent for the space, and I can't remember.
It basically didn't have like sponsorship or something.
Yeah, so there was no
funding.
continuity plan. Even we had faulty computers too, and because we're not earning so much, we didn't want to use our own money too because we were just getting by. We're earning like 19.8. Yeah, so it wasn't. So no before 19.
Wait, the 19. Okay, you were a programmer though.
I wasn't writing codes.
So it was just 19.8 really.
Just 19.8.
So how did you eat? Was it enough for
From
you?
the 19.8 now, and I wasn't collecting money from home. I don't know why, but it never occurred to me to call home and ask for money. I just
It
felt
was
like,
independent.
yeah, I just felt like, oh, I'm a man too now. Let me.
This is time for me to show.
Let me.
Sakpa just.
Was Sakpa deal to me? Sakpa deal to me. Me and my best friend.
It's
Yeah,
the
it was
person to your
there
best
too.
friend till the
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are still best friends now?
Yeah.
Wow.
From school, actually, from year 1.
Wow.
Yeah, all through. We were deployed to the same community too. But
Oh.
what happened was I was posted to Borno or someplace in the north.
Oh.
And then when he asked for a redeployment, he was redeployed to Delta. So I asked him to come to my community straight. He was supposed to go to Asaba, to the HQ, to go and get his own placement. So I told him to come to my community. He came, I spoke to my FI or LI, I can't remember what I called them. And then the woman worked it out so that it would be posted to my community. And then, so...
That's interesting. So like during that year, right, how were you able to, apart from like teaching, right, because they say that the 1 year for NYSC is also a time for you to like learn more about yourself, know what you want to do with your life and everything. How were you able to use that time to basically guide you?
So NYSC, the things I did, I taught. Apart from teaching, I played a lot of Pro Evolution Soccer. I was playing video games, a whole lot of it. I went to church a lot. Going to church, gone.
Say now, gone.
And then, what else? I played football, a lot of football, and that was it. I don't know, I wasn't exactly worried about what would happen
After NYSC.
Yeah, I wasn't, I just felt like I was doing Photoshop. I don't know what I'll do with that, but on a beginner's level, intermediate level, I don't know which one, but I was doing Photoshop. I could code Java, you get, and I know that if any company was willing to give me the opportunity as a graduate trainee, I would do fine. Do you get?
Yeah.
And then I was doing website design too.
So you had like skills.
Yeah, I had skills that I picked up. So these skills were picked up during summer.
Okay.
So all the year 1 to year 4, I wasn't entirely playing with my summer. So I'd signed
internships.
up. Yeah, I'd signed up. Yeah, so I was like learning. So when I was done with school and everything, I was like anywhere that was willing to take.
You felt like wherever he puts me,
yeah,
I'll be good.
yeah.
So after you left, right? Because I'm sure it was probably emotional for you, like leaving all the strengths you had.
It was
your community, your fish community.
We had a send forth party.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. So there was this send forth party that they did for us, or program, whatever it is, and the community people who had impacted came around. A lot of them came, and then they were crying. It was very dramatic. And then my fellow core members too were crying. I can't remember if I cried. It was so people were crying, and then they used to call me Uncle JT.
Okay.
Uncle JT.
Don't go.
And they speak a lot of pidgin. I don't believe that this year. Don't finish. Don't worry. No.
Oh my God.
I'm serious. So they were all crying and crying. And a whole lot of us too were crying because it was very emotional. Their eyes were like very red. So you could tell that it wasn't crocodile tears.
Yeah.
So they were crying.
Like they felt the impact you guys had.
Yeah, they did, and they appreciated it so much. Until today, 10 years after, they still call me.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, not less than 3 people from that community that still call me. They still call me. They are not asking for money.
They just want to see how you're doing.
Yeah, there's this little girl, her name was Shalaye. There's this woman too, we used to call her Mama Ruth. And there's this other person. I can't remember the person's the last person. There were like 3 people. They still call me. They call me steady. No, Uncle JT, how are you? I hope you're fine. Uncle JT, when you go marry now? When you go marry? Have you don't marry? No one tell us. Uncle JT, no one tell us. Shalaye, your pikin don't write to her go. Yeah, then this is I wish I could remember this girl's name. She's a nurse now.
Wow.
Yeah, I left her in secondary school and now she's a nurse. She calls too, and I can't remember her name. She was the one that cried the most. She cried and cried for like 3 straight days. Because after the send forth,
is it that she had a
I
crush
was
on
still
you?
there. I don't know. She was a little girl. I don't know. So she cried, like she'd wake up the next morning and start crying. And then she told her parents that she wanted to follow Uncle JT back to Lagos.
Wow.
I'm serious. She told her parents that I want to follow Uncle JT back to Lagos, so I want to follow Uncle JT
That
back to
impacts
Lagos.
you.
That was when I got scared, so I started avoiding her. Like,
wow.
Yeah, because I'm like,
this
it's
is
not that serious.
It's not that deep.
We know we did something, but
rest. Just rest.
Chill small. Bumpy. Yeah. So
that's really interesting. But the thing now is, I feel like with our generation now, everybody wants to redeploy. Nobody really wants to stay.
Everyone wants to stay in Lagos.
Yeah, and I kind of don't really blame them because I want to blame it on insecurity and the fact that there is no, there is no proper reformation done. There is no consideration, like accommodation, probably the roads, opportunities for them.
Yeah.
Because now, like, where are they going to serve? All of that, because our generation has changed, like the world has changed right now.
Yeah, NYSC truly has a lot to change.
Yeah.
Like they have a lot to change. They need to work on accommodation for core members because
the 3K will not get you a full accommodation.
Yeah, the sleeping condition wasn't so good. You get, so they need to work on that. Then
but
what else?
I would like us to get into, like, for now, right? With your experience working, let's say you've been working for like a decade, right? What would you say a recent corps member has to take note of? Probably someone that's about to finish or someone that's about to start NYSC. What would you say they need to put into consideration as they're starting NYSC currently?
Be open-minded. Be open-minded. You get whatever is committed to your hands, do it well.
Be diligent.
Be diligent. So let me talk about this. After I taught at the computer school, I think it was called community school or something, computer school. After I taught there, I sat at home for like 3 months, no job, nothing. I kept sending out CVs, didn't get feedback from anybody. I was uploading CVs online, nothing came back. So what I did was I went to somebody in church. There was this man in church, and he owns a company where they give all sorts of computer services.
Oh,
So I went to him and I'm like, okay, Mr. Wiz, can I just work in your company? Can I work with you? You know, you don't have to pay me.
just experience.
Yeah, I just want to leave home. So after we spent like 1 month working, he got a gig in an institute. I don't want to mention the name.
Yeah.
And then he, instead of him to teach there, he was supposed to teach hardware, like the repair, PC repair and all that. You know, that was what he was supposed to teach. He didn't take the gig, so he gave it to me.
Oh.
Do you get? So I went there and I started teaching. Do you get? Because I had an experience teaching already.
Yeah.
During NYSC. So which was just like 3-4 months ago. So me teaching after wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
And I wasn't teaching children, I was teaching like
Grown people.
yeah, you get. And so it was, the transition was easy for me. Though the money was nothing. The money was like,
No, encouraging.
yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. It was nothing, but like I woke up every morning with a sense of duty and responsibility, and I felt proud of myself that I'm going out to do something, to make money.
Do you feel that played a role in your life now?
It did, yeah, it did, because there's like, let me continue. So there,
Yeah.
after I spent like 2 months.
Maybe we can end the video recording.
No.
Okay, after I spent like 2 months there, I got I started applying to different places, you know, and then I got a call from a company to come and be a field sales rep. Basically, an ISP, you know, to all these people that say buy my Wi-Fi, and I'll come and buy my Wi-Fi, field sales rep and all that. You know, people that visit offices, companies, you know, to convince you to buy their own internet connection or their own internet service. So I knew I couldn't do it. You know, that's not where my strength is, you know. But I decided to still take it.
Yeah.
You know, to go for the interview rather, you know. That morning when I was going, I told God, I prayed about it. I'm like, God, you know, I can't do this field sales rep. You know, but just do something. I'm going to go for the interview nevertheless. So I went to the interview, you know, as I approached, because I looked very young at that time. I was just 21. I looked very young. You know, the GM of the company was like, the company still exists, by the way, and they are doing so well.
Oh, wow.
So the man looks at me and he was like, are you a graduate? I'm like, yes, sir. I was like, have you done NYSC? I said, yes, sir. You know, they're like, bring your CV. Like, they really wanted to see. So they looked at my CV and they were like, you are here for field sales rep? I said, yes, sir. I was like, you studied computer science? And they looked at my experience. They saw that I had like taught in the school.
Yeah.
You know, they just flinged it to the side. Like, the HR manager tears a sheet of paper, writes his number on it, writes his name, gives it to me. And I was like, call me by 6 p.m. today. We have another role for you.
Wow.
Yeah. That was like a miracle. Like, I witnessed a miracle that day. So he says to me, they just flinged it to the side. I said, just call me by 6 p.m. I called him 6 p.m. that day, and then they scheduled another interview for technical support for me. And that was how I started my career today, my tech journey today. So I left programming for network engineering because of that one experience. And by God's grace, you know, doing well today.
It's so spoiled.
You know now.
But that's honestly so beautiful. I hope this encourages someone that is basically having it hard right now, because now it's pretty tough, because they won't come back to work and do like a lot of work, but don't.
Yeah,
you know,
it was tough. It was tough,
encouraging
and that's one of the issues with. I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to take jobs, but that's one of the issues with Gen Zs. You know, they are not willing to suffer, to put in the work. You know, they want everything soft. I understand that this is the computer age where you can have everything like this, but when it comes to career, if anything will last, you have to build it. You have to be patient. You have to take the pain. You have to burn the midnight candle. So me transiting into network engineering wasn't easy. Do you get? I was a programmer. I didn't even know anything about networks, like nothing. And so we were trained for like 3 weeks, but the training was about the company's products and services, not about network engineering.
Mm-hmm.
So they expected us to have basic knowledge.
So you had to do all that.
I didn't have
yourself.
anything. So I was reading every day. Every day. Any new word I see, I'll Google it and read. Day and night, I started taking weekend classes, Cisco classes and all that. You know, I worked hard. You know, I'm not trying to like sound, you know, but I worked hard. You know, so nothing good comes easy. You know, nothing good comes easy. You have to put in the work, and this is me advising Gen Zs. You know, nothing good comes easy. Work hard, put in the work, and in a few years down the line, you'll see the results, and you'll be happy you did.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Pastor, for me. Well, honestly, this was like really encouraging, not just to like the listeners, I think to me as well.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome.
You guys should please follow our Instagram page at the Corper Files, also on Twitter at the Corper Files, and make sure you watch our videos. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast, and we'll see you in another episode. Bye.